Hello!
はい。
ランチタイムセッション、3日目、第1週目、最後のランチタイムセッション始まりました。今日もですね、皆さん YouTube チャンネル、ライブ見てもらってると思うんですけれども、ぜひ、コメントで、質問いただければ、今日来てもらっている2人にですね、質問を英語で翻訳して、答えてもらうっていう、企画やっていきたいと思います。今日、担当しますのは、イチロー from 東進と、ナホさん from 東進 and Matt。
はい。
Okay, so I will introduce today's guest. Today's guest is Journey and Rohan.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, both, please introduce yourself.
Sure. I can go first. So my name's Rohan Sharma. I just graduated from school in the UK from the University of Oxford, where I studied economics and management, and I'm very happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Journey. Nice to meet you. I study drama or theater at New York University or NYU, and I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, thank you. The comments not yet send it yet. So I will ask questions for each other. Oh, Rohan is so cool.
Thank you, Em. I'm going to be seeing you as a coach in my homeroom very soon.
So students, please send us
cool?
any questions. Okay, so the Rohan is the first questions. Why you decided to join the English workshop program?
Sure, great question. So I recently in my first year of college, I was introduced to anime and to other parts of Japanese culture. And I got really, really interested in it. I wanted to learn the language, and I found out there's so much more to Japan. And so I wanted to visit Japan. Of course, with the COVID pandemic and with coronavirus, we weren't able to do the program in person, but I still wanted to do the program virtually so I could still interact with people from Japan. And I fell in love with teaching. So I have been tutoring English-speaking students for a long time. So the experience was really, really fun. And so I wanted to be part of it again this year. And I'm very lucky and happy to be a leader, helping other coaches have fun like I did last year.
はい、ありがとうございます。ローハンはすごく日本に興味があって、このプログラムに参加をしてもらったっていうので、ぜひ皆さんも喋る機会があれば、ぜひローハンと話して、いろんなことを教えてあげてください。Thank you, Rohan. So, how about you, Journey?
Well, when I was in high school, we had a program where Japanese students could come to America. They would come to our school, and one Japanese student named Minori got to stay with me at my house. We became close friends, and I showed her American culture, and she taught me a lot about Japanese culture, and I thought it was so cool. So now, every time there's a program that has to do with Japanese culture and cultural exchange, I have to do it. But this is my favorite program.
ありがとうございます。Thank you, Journey. ジャニーのね、過去の経験で、日本人の学生さんがホームステイしてきてっていう話をしてくれたと思うんですけれども、すごく本人もね、好きなプログラムの一つで、このイングリッシュワークショップあるので、ぜひ皆さんも声かけてあげてください。Thank you. さて、コメントが全く来てない。すごい、全然こんなに少ないのかなっていうのちょっとびっくりしてるんですけれども、はい。何かあるかな。じゃあ、ロハン、as I know that you like the Japanese animations
Yes.
very much, so please introduce your favorite anime or something.
Sure. So my favorite anime is Haikyuu, the volleyball anime, and it's the same as one of my leaders, Chris, actually. So one of the first conversations I had in the coach training was actually with Chris, talking about how much we loved Haikyuu, and it actually inspired me to start playing volleyball, and I started playing for my university team. So now I play volleyball back home as well with some of my friends, and it was so great. It got me into the world, and so that's why it's my favorite anime.
How long have you played in volleyball?
Oh, maybe like 1 or 2 years. Very, very new.
Very short.
Yeah.
ハイキューアニメ見たことある人いますか？ジャンプでね、やってるの。コメントが全く来ないので、ちょっと皆さん生徒の皆さんが見てくれてることがちょっと不安になるんですけど、はい、ありがとうございます。How about Journey? What are you interested in the Japanese culture? Like anime and food and so on?
Oh my gosh. Everything. Oh my goodness. I love anime and manga, but I also love traditional Japanese culture, but I also really love Japanese pop culture. There's a festival, I might not pronounce it correctly, the Tanbata Festival. I think that it's so fun. I'm writing a movie about it, and I work with some festival organizers in Los Angeles, California, in Tokyo Town to work to create the festival in Los Angeles. So everything about Japan makes me really happy.
OK。何でも、大好きだそうなので、はい、ありがとうございます。あ、生徒の一人から来ましたね。I watched the Haikyuu anime all. 渡辺くんかな？ひろき、
I like the
渡辺。
Deku picture. I like your Deku picture. So cool.
あ、これはですね、ヒロアカですね。ヒロアカデミー。はい。コーチの皆さん、for coach, please send us any questions for both.
Or Matt, if you have any questions.
Well, I think we have to find out Journey's favorite anime too, because you watch it, and also you want to work in animation, right? And specifically children animation.
Yes. Last year, when I was speaking about my life mission, I was talking about how I care about empathy or feeling what other people are feeling to help, especially helping children be happy through animation. And last year I said, I wish to work in animation, but this year I do work in animation. So now I work at Nickelodeon and I get to pursue my life mission. I do love anime though, and my favorite anime is My Hero Academia. The best, plus ultra.
Yeah, I think students should comment Haikyuu or My Hero Academia, which one? Oh, there's a question, sorry.
OK、じゃあクエスチョン来ましたので、Where would you most like to go in Japan? Good question. Thank you. User T. OK、じゃあRohan、where would you go in Japan?
I would really want to go to Kyoto. From what I understand, it has a lot of traditional Japanese cultural places to visit and things like that. But I think realistically, I might end up going to Tokyo because it's a little bit easier to get to and get out of. So any of those two places, I would like to go. But even other cities like Osaka and stuff, I've heard a lot about what is interesting in each place. So I want to go everywhere, but probably to Kyoto or maybe Tokyo.
東京と京都ということで、はい、人気の高い観光地ですよね。ぜひおすすめあったらロハンに教えてください。Okay, how about you, Journey?
I think that I really want to go to Osaka. My friend from Japan told me all about it. And I remember before we thought maybe we were all going to Japan. And I remember putting on my list that that's where I really wanted to go. So I think that's the first place that I would stop.
Okay. Osaka is popular places to visit it. Favorite Japanese food? Favorite Japanese. 質問ですね。これfrom coaches questions. What is the favorite Japanese food? How about Johnny?
Okay. Okay. I will try and speak very clearly, but also a bit fast because there's a reason it's my favorite. My favorite is sushi, which I know can be a bit boring or maybe everybody likes sushi. But the reason why is because there are two other foods that could be my favorite. One is ramen, but it can't because my dad used to make me ramen every day for 1 month. And now I hate ramen. No ramen for me. Two, squid balls look so cool. I've only seen them in anime. Sometimes I see them in real life, but I promised myself I won't eat them until I go to Japan. And we're still waiting. So hopefully one day I can eat squid balls. But right now my favorite is sushi.
なるほど。いや、ラーメン、Journey's father makes ラーメン every day. なかなかいないですね、日本でもね。毎日ラーメンって。でそれでちょっと嫌いになったって話でした。はい。How about you, Rohan?
My favorite Japanese food is actually onigiri. And onigiri and also mochi, I really like. So there is a Japanese restaurant right in the middle of Oxford called Wasabi. So it sells all different kinds of food. And whenever I was feeling sad, or even on my birthday or my friends' birthdays, we would always go to this restaurant and we would always get this strawberry mochi that was so good. And whenever I was feeling like, I had a hard day and I wanted something to pick me up, I would always get the onigiri, the one with seaweed inside, because so I'm vegetarian, so I can't have a lot of different things. But those two are almost always good for me. So yes, onigiri is the best.
おにぎり with wasabi はね、not popular in Japan. Only in
No, it didn't have any wasabi on it. The name of the store was wasabi.
Name, store name?
Store name was wasabi.
Sorry. I cannot understand. なるほど。でもおにぎりとね、ライスモチ is a popular. なるほど。ちょっと文化的なね、アメリカだとまた違ったりとかするんでしょうかね。はい。OK、次の質問いきましょう。M さんから。If you wanted to introduce someone to Japanese culture, what would you tell them to learn about first? 難しいですね。なかなか。パッと、日本人の私のパッと出てこない感じですけど。どうでしょうか？じゃあ、Journey, how about you?
I think I would tell them to learn about different celebrations. I really enjoy celebrations because I like to celebrate life, and I find it interesting how different people in different countries choose to celebrate life and why they choose to celebrate life. It helps you learn a lot about what's important to those people. So I think that I would tell them to learn about a celebration in Japan.
なるほど。日本の、お祝い方、セレブレーションとかね、祝賀行事とかそういうのがどういうのか。日本はね、いろんなね、クリスマスとか、ハロウィンとかも今最近人気になってきてますけど、いろんなこと、everything celebrating in Japan. そう。not religion、なんだっけ、宗教的なね、宗教的な、なんて言うんでしたっけ？ religious。reasons. So, every new year, we're going to the shrine and play the new year, bowing and playing. And Christmas, we celebrating in the Christmas dinner, eating dinner with friends and family, and everything. Japanese is, mysterious culture, have a mysterious culture.
I have to move there. I have to move there so I can celebrate everything.
Okay, how about you, Rohan?
So a little bit of background. I am really interested in learning different languages. So growing up, my mom speaks 3 Indian languages. So Marathi, Gujarati, and Hindi. And my dad speaks Hindi and Urdu. So I learned those 4 languages growing up, plus English, plus Spanish, just in school. So I think having spent time in different places, I learned that knowing the language even a little bit of the language helps you open up the world a lot more. And there's nothing better than understanding something about a new place in their own language and seeing how that feels. So I would say, going for Japanese language is great. And I'd say, anime is a good way to get into it. Maybe anime, manga, or anything else, TV shows, movies. Those are all good ways, I think, of starting to like a language and to learn little bits of the language.
なるほど。結構あれですよね。日本語を勉強しましたっていうその入り口がアニメの人ってすごく多いんですけど、日本人が英語を学ぶときってあんまりこのドラマを見る人とかアニメを見る人ってあんまり少ないイメージがあるんですけど、結構海外ではポピュラーな感じ。やっぱりその日本のアニメっていう文化がすごいやっぱり注視されてるのかなって日本語を話題に挙げてくれました。はい、Thank you, Rohan. Okay, next questions. おにぎりの。
おにぎりファン。
弥生さん。
For you.
おにぎり好きな人はぜひおにぎり大好きのおにぎりのマークのチャットにコメントしてください。それハートですね、おにぎり。はい、次行きましょう。Do you have any favorite Japanese words? いい質問ですね。ありますか、ローハン。
I have a favorite phrase, which is one of my friends in Oxford is Japanese. And so he would always say, okay, なんとかなる. Whenever something wasn't working out, he'd say, oh, that's okay. We'll figure it out, or it will be okay. So he used to say, even when we were talking in English, he would say, なんとかなる. So that's my favorite phrase. I've heard it so much.
いいですね。僕もすごい、same.
Rohan, I like that. That's similar to my favorite, which is shikataganai. Shoganai. Good one.
Okay. Journey.
I think two. They're not very fun, but I think the meaning is fun. One, in college, I had a roommate. She was not Japanese. She was Chinese, but she was learning Japanese. So she would speak to me in English, Chinese, and Japanese. Very confusing. So she would say a lot of the times, oeshi, before when she was eating food. And when I asked her yes or no questions, she would always go, hi. So sometimes in school, if I was very stressed or I was very busy and distracted, if someone asked me a yes or no question and the answer was yes, I would go, hi. And they would be very confused.
Japanese say hi means yes, but ask something about she replied hi. Like hi, good morning, it means hi. It's confusing.
Yes.
なるほど。Matt, how about you? Do you have any Japanese words?
Well, the other one I love is omotenashi.
おもてなし。
And that was my answer maybe to learn about first for Japanese culture. The omotenashi spirit.
そうなんだ。
So I like it.
なるほど。OK です。Haikyuu is the best. 花江さん。Haikyuu大好きな、生徒さんがコメントしてくれました。ありがとうございます。じゃあ次行きましょうか。これも、コーチからかな。Funniest Global English Workshop Moments so far. ありますか？
I can say something that happened today, which is actually the second time this has happened. So when you're running Zoom and Discord, which we use to talk to each other on the same laptop, sometimes the laptop gets really hot. And so last year, one of my friends from the workshop, Chris, his laptop went, it was too hot. So it was so hot that it shut down. So he closed his laptop and he put it in the fridge. Actually, I think he put it in the freezer to cool it down for a couple minutes. And today, actually, one of our coaches, Jason, I think it was either Jason or Jacob, but someone had their laptop overheat and shut down. So I think it was Jason. He had to put it in the fridge. So he put it in the fridge for 3 minutes and then it was back to normal.
なるほど。皆さん分かりましたか？ アプリ、学生さんって連絡を Zoom 以外にもしてまして、いろいろアプリを立ち上げてるんですよね。そこで要は皆さんもパソコンとかタブレット持ってると、いろいろ使いすぎてると、熱くなって、シャットダウンしたりとか、動きにくくなったりするじゃないですか。で、それを、冷やすために、わざわざ冷蔵庫に入れて、数分間冷やしたっていう話をしてました。で、それが去年だけかと思いきや、今年の学生さんも、そのような状況に陥って、それが面白かったっていうコメントでした。なるほど。なかなか突っ込みはしないですけどね、日本人。なおさんありますか？突っ込んだこと。ラップトップ、冷蔵庫に。
いや、本当に聞くんですかね？ It worked? Put it in the fridge? Freezer?
Yeah, it worked.
Cool.
なかなか
I
に
should try it.
なかなかにちょっとやっぱり海外ならではのこの対処法というか、日本だと大体仰いだりとか、なんか涼しいところにクーラーの前に置いとくぐらいな感じですけど、いきなり冷蔵庫に入れるっていうのはなかなかない対処法かなと思います。はい。面白い話。Thank you for telling us the funniest situations. Okay, how about Journey?
Well, today you'll have to tell me if you think it was funny. My mom thinks it's funny. I do not. But today, on my computer, I have lots of tabs open to help. But one tab I have open is text messages. So today, I was messaging to make sure that all of the coaches were okay. But sometimes I would accidentally text instead. So I was texting my little brother, who is only 8. I would say, all right, everything should be okay. And my little brother was very confused and did not understand what was going on and was very worried. So he called my mom and my mom called me and I said, everything is okay. That is what happened today. So I'll make sure not to have that tab open anymore so that things can go okay and my brother is not worried.
なるほど。何を言ってたかっていうと、チャットでいろいろメッセージを、学生さん、他のコーチに、メッセージで連絡をするときに、弟に、間違えたメッセージを送ってしまったというので、すべて大体 OK ですよって言ったら、何でも、すべてこちらも OK ですって、混乱はしてたそうなんですけど、弟から真面目な返信が返ってきたという話をしてくれました。はい、ありがとうございます。OK, next questions. User T、またくれましたね。Who is the first Japanese celebrity you think of? PS, T is for Takumi.
Thank you, Takumi-san.
これどうでしょうか？
Good question. Rohan.
Rohan.
My favorite is Kenjiro Tsuda, I think. He's a voice actor, a seiyuu, a VA for anime, but his voice is so deep that whenever you hear him, you know if this is him. So there have been many shows that I was not very interested in, but because I knew he was one of the actors for, then I watched that show. So he's my favorite Japanese celebrity. He's also in the Goku Shufudo anime, the Way of the House Husband anime, so which is one of my favorites.
なるほど。津田健次郎さんですね。声優の。主なやつ。ヒロアカのオーバーホール、呪術廻戦七海剣闘とか、はい、そういう極道主道ですかね。極主不動。竜、立つかな。なるほど。ちょっとあんまり最近のアニメ私あんまり、明るくはないのであれなんですけど、結構有名な声優さんですね。好きなんですね。はい、ありがとうございます。How about you, Journey?
First, I want to say, Way of the House Husband is very good. Everyone should watch it. It's so funny. My favorite that I think of is also a voice actor in Japan. I believe their name is Yuga Kaji, maybe. They voice Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. So when Eren does that big scream, that was created by that voice actor for that role. And I think that's so cool.
梶裕貴さんですね。これは、僕も知ってます。あんまり、詳しくはないんですけど、進撃の巨人にもね、出演されてますし、結構YouTube とかでも動画が上がってたりとかする、割と有名な 割とというかかなり有名な、声優さんかなと思います。2人とも声優さんが大好きということで、アニメ大好きということで、はい、ぜひアニメ好きな人がいれば、後でまた声かけてあげてください。あれ、そろそろ終わりですかね、時間的には。
そうですね。はい。
はい。ぜひ、今日で第1週目の、ラジオというか、ランチタイムセッションは終わりになるんですけれども、この後は、ライフミッションスピーチ、皆さんそれぞれで発表していくと思うので、ぜひ、楽しんで、自分のね、自信持って発表できるようにしていってください。Okay, now, it's time to finish the lunchtime session for day 3. Thank you, both.
Thank you, Ichiro.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you, Journey.
you.